Can a simple gesture get you thrown out of an NBA game? Believe it or not, some celebrations have been completely banned in the NBA. If you want to avoid fines or ejections, pay attention. I'm going to reveal 12 crazy celebrations that are total eye-off limits for NBA players. Before we get into the wildest reactions that'll get you kicked off the court, let me warn you. Some of these celebration bans might shock you. Stick around to the end, because I have an unbelievable bonus clip that you need to see. Now let's jump right into the 12 outrageous celebratory acts that'll get you swiftly escorted out of any NBA arena. Hanging off the rim seems like a rite of passage for epic NBA slams. Many of us grew up trying to grab the rim after a basketball game. However, hanging on the rim outside of player safety reasons can cost you these days. The NBA started cracking down in 2000 by assessing technical fouls. Unless you're avoiding a dangerous fail, expect a whistle if you hang off the rim. Punching the air extremely hard. Most referee crews allow simple punches to the air after an electrifying play. However, the NBA rulebook bans excessive demonstrations of celebration. Hard punches and violent motions fit into that category. To avoid technical fouls, make sure your air jabs don't appear too extreme or targeted at an opponent. Officials still have leeway, but air punches can get you teed up. Taunting your opponent. Trash talking happens all the time in the NBA, but directly taunting your opponent is off limits, even for legends like Michael Jordan. If the refs see any kind of taunting, it results in a technical foul and possibly an ejection based on severity. That includes staring down your opponent, getting in his face, gesturing from the bench, or anything viewed as unsportsmanlike conduct. Save the intimidation tactics for gamesmanship only. Shattering the backboard. Would it surprise you that shattering glass backboards results in an automatic ejection these days? Early NBA games featured multiple backboard breaks per year with no punishment. Darryl Dawkins famously claimed he was an alien from planet Lovetron after vicious rims-rocking dunks. Today, expect ejection after even touching the backboard improperly. Bill Robinsine's backboard buckling dunk in the 1981 playoffs sealed this rule for good. Pulling the rim down. Here's an obvious celebration no-no, pulling down the entire rim and backboard. To the NBA's credit, they realized pretty quick that letting players pull down entire baskets presented some issues. In the 1950s, forwards practical Y yanked rims to the floor for alley-oop slams. Imagining entire backboards crashing down pushed the league into action. It's been an automatic ejection for decades. Don't be like Wilt Chamberlain trying to rip down baskets, flashing money. Remember when NFL receiver Joe Horn pulled Ed out a flip phone for a touchdown celebration? Well, imagine whipping out a thick stack of Bill S after an NBA bucket. Flashing money after big plays quickly draws technicals based on the league's sportsmanship rules around props and taunting. No one wants to see money waving after an electrifying jam. While a few billers fouling out of shorts pockets draws warnings, big money displays lead to ejections. Throat-slashing motion. Here's one you definitely don't want your kids imitating on the playground. The violent throat-slashing motion often punctuates big plays in streetball games, but it's completely unacceptable in the NBA. Any kind of violent gesture toward your own neck risks immediate ejection. The rule fails under the NBA's guidelines around excessive demonstrations and unsportsmanlike conduct. Flashing gang signs. Along the same lines as money flashing and throat cutting, gang signs and inappropriate gestures also bring discipline. The NBA wants nothing to do with gang culture for obvious reasons. Any sign or signal demonstrating affiliation draws automatic technicals and ejections based on severity. Even something as common as a west side or east side. Signal risks getting a player tossed these days. Staring down the referee complaining about Cal S is one thing, but players crossing the line into aggressive intimidation of officials won't be tolerated. Staring angrily at the ref or getting directly into his personal space will typical I warrant ejection. And don't even think about making physical contact with referees like Rajon Rondo infamously did in 2016. That mistake cost him multiple suspensions. Visual threatening behavior toward refs comes with stiff consequences. Over-the-top displays, wild, crazy, outlandish celebrations seem entertaining. However, the NBA established limits on demonstrations, preventing excessive, choreographed celebrations. Things like lying down on the court, flopping around violently, or doing photo shoots with teammates will draw whistles today. Even Randy Moss-style mooning the crowd is off-limits. Officials tend to quickly limit emblem-issued celebrations. And now, here's your shocking banned celebration bonus clip. Did you know that violently fake stabbing a teammate in the chest resulted in an ejection this year? That's right. The NBA issued a one-game suspension in October 2022 after Minnesota Timberwolves guard Anthony Edwards pretended to stab his teammate Jaden McDaniels. The skit stemmed from inside locker room jokes, but the violent gesture went too far even for just clowning around. Violently fake injuring or killing anyone means automatic ejection and league discipline. I hope you enjoyed this wild review of a dozen banned celebrations that earn NBA players ejections and fines. Remember not to cross the line if you miraculously find yourself on an NBA court one day. Let me know in the comments about other epic sports celebrations that went too far and got shut down fast. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss crazy NBA reaction videos.